My dear, how did you know that we are true divine counterparts, or as you call it, soulmates? I still vividly remember the day you first told me that we were soulmates, but at that time, I didn't believe you. I was skeptical, to say the least. Actually, I've never been one to believe in things like soulmates. I always thought those were ideas that only existed in books or movies, beautiful stories we love to get lost in, but far from the reality we live. I thought relationships were simply about compatibility, effort, and time, and that's all there was to it. So, when you said we were soulmates, I brushed it off as a romantic notion. But now, I'm pleasantly surprised by how wrong I was, and how right you were. For a long time, I tried to move on from you. I tried not to think about you, convincing myself that it was the best thing to do. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't. You were always there in my thoughts, lingering in the back of my mind. I thought if I distanced myself, time would heal everything, but strangely, the more time passed, the more I found myself falling deeper and deeper for you. And this was all happening despite having no direct contact with you. It confused me. I couldn't understand why I couldn't let go, why I couldn't forget you like I thought I should. It was then that a close friend of mine noticed my inner turmoil. They suggested that I reach out to a spiritual healer for guidance. At first, I hesitated. After all, I wasn't someone who easily accepted things like spirituality or soul connections. But I was desperate for answers, so I decided to give it a try. When I connected with a healer, they helped me to see things from a new perspective. They explained that in soulmate connections, it's normal to feel a deep emotional bond that defies logic. They said it's as if we can feel each other's emotions, even when we're far apart. Some days, you feel the presence of your soulmate so intensely, as if they're right next to you, while other days, the distance feels unbearable, and it can make you feel lost and alone. The healer also mentioned that soulmate connections aren't always easy. They come with a lot of emotional ups and downs, much like a roller coaster. There are lessons to be learned, healing to be done, and karmic bonds to be broken. I'll admit, much of what they said didn't make complete sense to me at the time, mainly because I'm not as spiritually awakened as others might be. But I can't deny that lately, I've been feeling emotions I've never experienced before. It's as if my heart is opening in ways I didn't think were possible. Some days, the longing for you becomes so strong that I find myself praying, wishing for you to appear before me in that very instant. I can feel you so close to me, almost like if I just stretched out my hand, I could touch you. In those moments, I have entire conversations with you in my mind. I can see your face, hear your voice, and feel your presence so vividly that it fills me with an indescribable happiness. Your energy surrounds me, and it brings me a sense of peace and joy that I didn't know I could feel. But then, there are the days when I don't feel your energy at all. Those are the days that feel the hardest. It's like a part of me is missing, and I'm left feeling empty, restless, and anxious. I lose my sense of direction, and it feels as though I'm drifting, lost in my own thoughts and emotions. I find myself yearning for that connection, for the warmth of your energy to come back and fill the void. Despite the emotional ups and downs, everything about you makes me smile. Even something as simple as hearing your name is enough to make my heart race. I never knew a connection could be so powerful, so all-encompassing. And now, I find myself loving every aspect of this connection, even the difficult parts. I wonder why it took me so long to recognize it, why I was so resistant to the idea of us being soulmates. I'm deeply sorry that I didn't believe you when you first told me we were soulmates. Looking back now, I realize how blind I was to something so beautiful and rare. I now see just how blessed I am to have such a profound and meaningful connection with you. It's not just a romantic idea from books or movies, it's real, and it's ours. And for that, I will always be grateful. My love, let's go on a long drive together, just the two of us. I imagine us driving for hours, windows down, letting the cool breeze rush in as we leave everything else behind. The fresh air feels so freeing, washing over us as we laugh and talk. We'll have our favorite songs playing in the background, the kind that always make us smile, and we'll sing along loudly, our voices mingling with the wind. There's something magical about moments like this, where it's just us and the open road, the world falling away as we create new memories together. As we drive, we'll stop somewhere along the way to pick up some food, nothing too fancy, maybe just some sandwiches or our favorite snacks. It doesn't really matter what it is, as long as we're together. After a while, we'll find the perfect spot to stop. I can already picture it, a beautiful clearing, surrounded by trees, with vibrant flowers scattered around. In the distance, there's a small waterfall cascading down rocks, its gentle sound like nature's own music. The air feels cool and crisp, and the setting is absolutely perfect. We'll get out of the car and spread a blanket on the soft, green grass. The sunlight filtering through the trees casts a warm glow around us, and the whole scene feels like something out of a dream. I'll take out the food, and as we sit down together, I'll offer you the first bite, feeding you with my own hands. You'll smile at me in that special way you do, your eyes filled with warmth and love, and then you'll take some food and feed me in return. My heart will feel so full in that moment, seeing how much love we share, how natural it is to care for one another. We'll eat slowly, savoring both the meal and each other's company, laughing and talking the whole time. Once we've finished eating, we'll lie down on the blanket, side by side, gazing up at the sky. The gentle rustling of the leaves and the distant sound of the waterfall provide a perfect backdrop as we rest in each other's arms. I'll pull you close, resting your head on my chest, and we'll just stay there, cuddled up, feeling at peace with the world and each other. Time will seem to slow down, and we'll both drift off to sleep, the warmth of the sun and the comfort of being together lulling us into a peaceful nap. When we wake up, the sky has changed. The stars are out, twinkling against the deep blue canvas of the night. It's a full moon, and its soft, silvery light falls over us, bathing everything in a serene glow. The moment feels almost otherworldly, like we've been transported to a place where nothing exists except us, the moon, and the stars. We slowly get up, pack the blanket, and put it back in the car, but neither of us is ready to leave just yet. Instead, we take a slow walk, hand in hand, exploring the area around us. The night is calm, with a gentle breeze blowing, and everything feels so peaceful, almost like a dream we never want to wake up from. As we walk, we don't even need to say much, just being together is enough. Our hearts are full, and we exchange quiet smiles, knowing that this moment is something we'll always cherish. After walking for a while, we come across a small vendor selling coffee. We buy 2 cups and find a nearby bench to sit on, sipping the warm drinks and enjoying the stillness of the night. The coffee warms our hands and our hearts, and the silence between us is comfortable, filled with the unspoken connection we share. In that moment, I can't help but think how perfect everything feels. I don't want to go home. I wish we could stay here forever, in this perfect little bubble we've created. But eventually, we realize it's time to head back. We walk slowly to the car, reluctant to leave, but knowing we've had an unforgettable day. As we drive back, the quiet lingers, but it's a peaceful kind of quiet. I reach over and hold your hand, not saying a word, just enjoying the contentment that fills the air. Every now and then, I glance over at you, my heart swelling with love, and I wish that time could stand still. When we finally arrive home, I step out and open your door. As soon as you step out, I pull you into a tight embrace, holding you close to me as if I never want to let go. We stand like that for a long time, just wrapped up in each other, until finally, you cup my face in your hands and kiss me softly on the forehead. I smile, then gently hold your face in my hands and kiss you on the lips, first softly, then more passionately, as if trying to pour all my love into that one kiss. Afterward, I walk you to your door, kissing you once more on the forehead, and with a soft goodbye, I leave, already dreaming of the next time we can be together like this.